We are live. Let's get it. Welcome, guys, to the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and I'm joined today with Detroit Lenny, the better part of Earle Sports Bet. Now I'm busting. But we're here with Detroit Lenny today to break down some MLB. I think we got 14 games, 15 games. I think we get a full slate today.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. I don't think anybody's not playing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going over 13 games. I believe a couple of them don't have. Two of them might not have lines. Of course, we don't have the Detroit game because Pittsburgh can't determine their pitcher.
Well, it's a tough matchup for them, so they have to be really diligent about who they pick and
and then we don't get the Dodger Cardinal game because the Dodgers can't give us a pitcher. So
that's been all year though.
That's typical though. But
that's their game plan.
Well, yeah, it's saying okay, we're gonna throw out this pitcher, and then at the last second, be like, you know what? Nah, we're gonna use this guy instead.
Nah.
So we'll see with those two games. If obviously lines come up, we're probably not going to go over them because I haven't looked over those two games because there hasn't been lines. But we'll go ahead and break down all 13 games. But before we do that, Lenny, do you want to let us know how you've been doing? How was your weekend? Everything that's going on? While I go ahead and share the stream out on all my socials.
Yes, please. Had a decent weekend. College football back full swing, Hit a nice little three-teamer on some college football with some UTSA, Charlotte, and Nevada. I smacked it every which way. Straight bet, parlay, teased them, round robin, every which way. It was nice, so that was a nice little thing. I had a bad last Thursday, so I took Friday, Saturday off, really watch football, college football. Really, I call it everybody laughs, but I call it research and development week one. I don't do a whole lot week one. I kind of, tread lightly, like as you mentioned sometimes with Counter-Strike. I did that, I very, not as big of bets, not as strong, I'm kind of seeing where everybody lays. Lost money on the Notre Dame game. But other than that, I had a pretty decent weekend, and yesterday wasn't half bad either. So I think I actually broke about even come the end of the day because Ole Miss didn't go over. But there you go.
Yeah, it happened. I know yesterday was ugly for me. Let's see. I would like to thank the Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays, and that is about it. Those were my two wins yesterday. Oh, and WNBA. Thank you, WNBA. I really appreciate it. Me and Nick are, once again, unnecessarily good at WNBA. It's actually our best sport on picks and parlays. We're 43-28, up almost 13 units in it. But we had Indiana plus 9.5 yesterday. Cashed that, and I cashed Toronto and Tampa Bay. I will say, salute out to Edwin Diaz for blowing that game because now the Mets are 69-69 for the first time in franchise history. Round of applause for Edwin Diaz. Unfortunately, I had a bet on the Mets yesterday, so that didn't work out. So that kind of sucked. I also had can we just say thank you, Milwaukee Brewers. I had a bet on the Brewers yesterday, and they forgot what baseball was. I was just on the wrong side of that one. It's whatever. I was also I faded that Sunday night game, so I went against the Giants and I went against the Dodgers. Giants winning 10-5, Dodgers winning 5-1. I took long shots there, and then I took Seattle yesterday, money line at plus 180 something because they've been playing really well lately, and Houston just lost a bad series to the Padres, and I was looking at all that. I'm like, let's take a shot at Seattle. No, 11-2 Houston in this one and that one. So overall, it wasn't too pretty yesterday. And then college football. I had Louisville and the over. It went under and Ole Miss. That game. No, it wasn't fun. But we'll keep on moving to the next games and see where it goes. I know me and Nick are still positive in college football so far. This weekend, we went 3-0 on Friday, 9-6 on Saturday. We lost our Notre Dame and we lost our over yesterday. But overall, it wasn't that bad of a weekend and still profitable.
That Ole Miss game, the shootout that we all expected didn't occur till the fourth quarter. They forgot to play the first half, or Louisville did anyway. Then they came back and started scoring it up, and then it had a shot to go over. I mean, they were a touchdown away. I think it ended on 67. It ended on 67, and for a push, I think the over/under was 74, 73 and a half, 70, right in there.
I got it at 75, so
I had it at 73 and a half. So I needed a touchdown at the end. That's all I know. And they decided to take a knee. So the knee of death.
It's all right, but we do have a full slate of baseball to go over today.
Yes.
Before we go ahead and jump into that, we'll go ahead and say hi to the chat because Lex is here. Lex was here before.
Lex is here?
Yeah, before we even started the stream. Lex already said sup. Just me and the Odd Twins, DeVito and Schwarzenegger. So
first of all, I'm Schwarzenegger, obviously.
Oh yeah, then I gotta be the stud of Danny DeVito.
Hey, legend in his own right. Yeah, no, I'm not taking nothing against DeVito, bro.
Nah, I'm busted. Nah, bro, I'm always lurking, of course. Last night I had the Dodgers and Giants 2-teamer. There you go.
Nice.
I just couldn't back yesterday because I love fading the Sunday night game. Because if you think about it, the way I looked at it was the Dodgers finished their Sunday night game later on. I think it was probably around 10 o'clock-ish. But, their time is probably 7-ish. And then had to travel all the way over to Louisville, halfway across the country. And I figured I didn't figure they would look as sharp. Oh, you know what? I should have known when I saw Scherzer was pitching. I'm not going to fade him anymore. That's not a smart idea because he's won every single start that he started.
He's on a roll. He's rejuvenated. Coming to the Dodgers, I think it's it's time for him to win a ring, and that's where.
He already won one.
Well, yeah. With another one. That's what.
Another one. Yeah. I know.
Another one.
I took the day off yesterday. Had a lot going on, but always enjoyed the show. Appreciate it. Well, hopefully you do better today. Had the under in the Ole Miss game, 75. There you go. You cashed it. Good work.
Nice.
With college football and stuff, I was following all the line movements. All the sharps were on the over in that game, so I went that direction as well. But it happens, and
happens.
You can't be perfect. The sharps are going to be. The sharps are going to be right more than they're wrong, so figured
take that.
Move with that.
Right?
But we'll go ahead and jump into this MLB slate. We'll get this started off with a beautiful game. We get the Minnesota Twins taking on the Cleveland Indians in this game. Cleveland a -135 favorite. Total of 10 in this game. John Gant versus Aaron Savali. Lenny, you got anything in this one?
I like Cleveland. I like Cleveland on the money line here, just straight up. It's about a 130, 140 juice, depending on your book. I like him. You got Aaron Savali on the mound. Savali. I can't say his last name. I'm terrible with names, in case anybody hasn't realized this yet. And then you got John Gant for Minnesota, who's 0-3 with a 6 ERA. On the other hand, you got 10-2 with a 3.3 ERA. The pitching side's got to go to Cleveland here, and the overall side, Minnesota's not a great team. I'm not saying the Indians are either, but they're in this situation. They're at home. Pitching advantage goes to Cleveland, so I got on Cleveland. It's not my. I'd say 5-star play of the day. These two teams aren't great or anything like that, but I put a half a unit on them. I like Cleveland more than just a lean. I like Cleveland enough to bet them. So
yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, this one was very, very close to being a 1-800-gambler game for me. Ultimately chose that it wasn't.
It's right there, though. It's on the edge.
The one thing with Aaron Savali, and I would be careful with, is this is his first start since June 21st. So he's been out for a while. and he probably won't go too far in the game. Cleveland knows that they're done, so they're not going to try to push their players. So if we see Savali pitch 4, maybe 5 innings, if his pitch count is low enough, that could be good. But John Gant, he hasn't been terrible. I mean, he hasn't been good, but he hasn't been terrible since coming to Minnesota. He wasn't really a good pitcher to begin with, but if anything, yeah, it might have to be a lean towards Cleveland in this one. Maybe a lean towards the over in this game, even though it has gone from a 9.5 to a 10. Maybe a lean towards the over just because John Gant hasn't been the greatest, and Aaron Savali is going to be his first start since mid-June or late June. So I pass on this game, but if anything, it might be a lean towards the over.
Yeah. I thought about the over, and then I saw it go up to 10, and you know that's my limit. So I can't take over 10.
I understand. Cleveland first 5, don't mind it. I mean, I don't really do first 5s, but that's fine.
I like that.
Cleveland run line first 5, plus 145. I don't mind that at all. I think you could definitely see them winning by then, so maybe. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next game. We get the New York Mets at Miami. Mets minus 169 favorite in this one. Total of, is it now 7.5? It's now a 7.5. So we got Carlos Cookie Carrasco taking on Edward Cabrera. And I'll start for this one. I got the under in this game. I can't trust these offenses right now. Even though if I was to bet this game, it would be the Yerfie, because Carlos Carrasco loves giving up runs in the first inning. I believe it hit the first game that he ever started with the Mets, and the last game on the first pitch of the game, solo shots. So he does love giving up runs in the first inning, but I do want to lean towards the under in this one. Not lean. I bet the under in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Miami has gone under in 7 out of their last 10 games. Mets are 4-4-2 over/under record their last 10 games, so they're leaning a little bit more under lately. Cabrera's not been bad since he's come up, so I think the offenses remain quiet. I do think whoever wins, it'll end up being Miami winning like 4-2. So I like the under in this game.
Yeah, I don't have anything on this game. I kind of stayed away. I wasn't a big fan of it.
You know, Lex, first 5 run line is Cleveland to lead. Yeah. Run line for first 5 is half a run. So, yes, it is a run.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a run line. So,
yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, guys. I was saying I just don't have anything on this game. I kind of stayed away from it. The Mets are... and you know, I know it's your team and all, but they're untrustworthy at this point. I don't know what team I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to get from Miami, and it's crap. But New York, you know, they come out one day, they look like the Yankees. The next day, they look like the Miami Marlins. So I don't know, you know, so I stayed away. You know, I'm going to let them enjoy their 69-69 record and let them enjoy it for a minute. And, yeah, I stayed away. I didn't have nothing on this game. But if anything, I do like the under, but, you know, I could see your point on the under, but that 7.5, like you said, watch this game end up 5-3. Or you know, go into extra innings 3-3. You know, and then somebody jacks one for a walk-off or some kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, it'll end up being one of those. I hope not. I know Nick does have a play on this game. Nick likes the Miami first 5 money line, plus 138. So that's where he's looking at this one. But
okay,
because the Mets seem to always play poorly in Miami. I don't know why it is. I believe they've lost every series that they played in Miami this year. So not really too pretty there. But we'll see. Mets score against Nada. I mean, they're playing. I'm not sure what you mean.
Maybe against Nada instead of TD.
Wish I could time travel and put 1,000 units on 86 Mets. Of course.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. No lead after first 5 and run line are different bets. My sportsbook run line is 1.5 full game or first. Okay. On our book, first 5 run line is half a run.
Yeah.
So that's the team to be winning after 5.
That's why he has such plus money on that run line, or for them to be winning. Sorry, after first 5 at plus run, because otherwise it's like 107 or something like that, minus 107, minus the half a run. So same as soccer, he says. Well, no, who watches that?
Yeah, I don't really bet on soccer.
Yeah, come on.
We'll go ahead and move on. I will say during quarantine, I did play DraftKings for like Mexican soccer, just to have fun with it because
I'd bet anything. Allie was texting me like, "There's table tennis, Russian table tennis," and I'm like, "How do I find that
way?" I lean towards that esports area, and that's where I made my money. But
I could see that. Yeah, we went that way for sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We'll go ahead and move on over to this next game. We get the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles in our main event of the night for 1-800-GAMBLER. This is our 1-800-GAMBLER game. Kansas City minus 110 for this one. A total of 10 in this game. Are you getting involved in this beauty?
Listen, if I get involved with this game, I got to take this bat upside my own head. And I'd rather not do that before football season. I'd like to wait till the Lions lose at least 3 in a row, and then I can beat the hell out of myself. But no, I'm far, far away. Far, far away. I mean, the worst team in baseball going against a lower-end mediocre team. Don't like the pitchers. Don't like the teams. Yeah, far, far away from me.
Yeah, this one's kind of gross. We get
make me feel dirty.
Yeah, we get Jackson Kawar taking on Anderson Wells. Kawar is 0-2 with a 9.82 ERA. Keep in mind these guys are barely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh out loud at you, Jackson, but that's ridiculous.
Keep in mind he's only pitched in 4 games this year, 11 innings, allowing 12 earned runs. And then for Mr. Alexander Wells from Baltimore, he's pitched a little bit more. He's pitched 18 and 2/3 innings, allowing 16 earned runs in his 6. He started 3 games. He's pitched in 6. I wanted to lean towards the under, but there is no way in hell you're getting me to bet an under on these 2 pitchers. The only reason I was looking at that is both teams are 3-7 over-under record their last 10. So they have been going under a bunch lately, and it's 2 bad offenses.
Yeah, they can't hit the ball.
But it's 2 bad pitchers. The offenses tell me under, the pitchers tell me over, and that tells me I'm passing on this 1-800-GAMBLER game.
Yeah, I mean, like I want automatically when I see a 10, I'm looking for an under. Give me a reason to bet the under, and neither one of these pitchers gave me a reason. So if one of them had a halfway decent record, I might lean towards the under. Give me a reason, but they can't give me a reason.
Nope, no reason.
No, sir.
Nope. Nats not nada. The Mets play against the Marlins today, so
yeah.
They took the series against the Yankees. I mean, if the Baltimore Orioles played the way that they do against the Yankees all year, they would be a World Series contender.
If they only had to play the Yankees?
If they only had to play the Yankees, they would be a World Series contender. We'll go through the chat, and then I'll introduce the next game and have you go first so I can calculate Baltimore's record versus New York this year.
Oh, God.
Lucille is back. Yes, the bat is back.
Never leave my side.
Gambler it up. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a shit show, of course. All good. We'll go ahead and jump into the next game. I'll let Lenny break down this one while I do the records. But this one, we get the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees in this one. You get Steven Matz taking on Garrett Cole. Yankees a minus 218 in this matchup. Total of 9 in this game. Where are you going?
I don't have an official play on this game. I don't, but I leaned Yankees, and I don't really. I mean, they got blown out yesterday. Was it yesterday? We'll say 7th. Yeah. So yesterday, 8-0. But I think a rebound spot here. Garrett Cole, 14-6, 2.73. I know you're going to tell me how I should fade Garrett Cole day like Matt Harvey. And then you got Steven Matz, 10-7, 3.8 ERA. If anything, I might throw money on the under 8.5 at a later time here, but right now I don't have an official play that I want to give out. I'm trying to not just go all willy-nilly on everything. So, and the juice is way too high for me to take New York. I mean, do I think Toronto's playing hot though? Somebody could talk me in easily to taking Toronto on some run line action. You could probably talk me into that, but that's about all I got. I mean, the run line plus it running a half on my book, Toronto's minus 107. So you could talk me into that in the under, but officially, no play.
Yeah, real quick, I'll mention the Baltimore record. They're only 7-9 this year, but if you consider that during those games they are anywhere from say 200 to 300 underdogs, you're making some bank betting on the Baltimore Orioles against the Yankees this year. But looking at this one, Toronto is playing really good ball right now. 8 out of their last 10. They took care. They just finished off a sweep against Oakland, had a winning series against Baltimore and a winning series against Detroit, and even went and beat the Yankees yesterday 8-0. Granted, Garrett Cole is still the current Cy Young leader. I don't agree with that. I think Robbie Ray is definitely the better candidate at this point. I just think that's just my thoughts on it. Let's see what their Garrett Cole is a minus 300. Robbie Ray plus 250 for the AL Cy Young. Whatever. But we do get Steve Matz, Garrett Cole. Yankees are 14-11 when Garrett Cole pitches. You're down about $348. So me fading Garrett Cole every single game has been making me a little bit of money. I'm going right back to it today because Toronto playing really good ball. As we said, 8 out of the last 10. Yankees, since their big 13-game win streak, has lost 7 out of their last 9 games, and it's not like they're playing good opponents. I mean, they lost twice to Oakland. That's fine. Then they lost the series to the Angels, and then lost the series to Baltimore. So this Yankees team is starting to spiral, and it's very concerning for any Yankee bettors. But I'm going Toronto in this game. They're in better form right now. I like Steven Matz. Steve Matz normally does have good numbers against the Yankees, especially when he did play for the Mets. He had some good starts against the Yankees. And I'm just going that way today. I know that I can at least get some value out of it because Toronto, I got them at a plus 180 something. So very nice there. And we're going there.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, if anything, it's taking a shot at plus money. I know my plus money shot didn't work out yesterday with Seattle, with St. Louis, and with Colorado, but I'm throwing another one out there today. This is my dog of the day. Toronto Blue Jays going with it.
Fair enough.
I think the Nets will run up the score.
You mean the Mets?
You mean the Mets, but you got it. I don't think so.
For your sake, I hope they do, but I don't know if they do.
I don't think so. On the over/under 7.5. I mean, I'm on the under. I don't think you're going to get much runs in that Mets game.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're on the under.
Yeah, I'm on the under. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Show some appreciation for the Earle twins. Hit the like button, share. And the other guy, East Side, 60 mile. Let's cash it, homie.
Yes, sir.
You're Nerfy in the New York Yankees game. I don't mind it. I don't.
I just bet it.
Well, you get Steven Matz, which I think can work a good inning, and Garrett Cole is Garrett Cole. So
right, I just bet it, and because I was looking at it while you were going over it, and I threw a unit on it. So I do like that. I have been away from baseball though a lot all weekend, trying to concentrate on college football, but yeah, not opposed to it.
And then Jorio says the Rangers have been on my ticket the past few days. They look good. I mean, the Rangers they're playing mediocre ball. Okay, they're 5-5 their last 10. Even though I probably would fade them today, but I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and move on. I feel like this game. Let's scroll through. I'm going to call this our best game of the day. We get the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. To pick them at this point, did the lines move much? Let's see. When I typed it up, nope. 107 for the Red Sox, 103 for the Rays. Total of 9.5 in this game, and we get Drew Rasmussen versus Eduardo Rodriguez. So the main question is, did I wake up this morning? I did. I'm betting the Tampa Bay Rays. That just seems to be the trend going on is wake up, bet the Rays. They've been on fire. They've been having this really, really hot streak, and they're an elite team in elite form. They're the best team in the American League for a reason. They've won 7 out of their last 10 games, including whatever that was yesterday. Oh, my God.
Offensive explosion.
Yeah, I will say me and probably everybody, all Rays bettors, turned off the game after the second inning when it was 7-1. And I had all the other games up on my MLB thing. And then all of a sudden I looked up and saw bases loaded for the Rays. I'm like, ooh, this could be intriguing. So I turned on the game and watched Verdugo drop a fly ball. And it ended up being a triple with an error, and it ended up being a inside the park grand slam for Nelson. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, it was supposed to be a triple, and then the cutoff man threw it into the dugout, and that gave him the extra base and scored the run. I'm like, okay, 7-5 in the 4th inning now. It's a ball game. Then Tampa scored in the 6th. Boston scored in the 6th. Tampa scored in the 7th. Boston scored in the 7th. I'm like, you know what? This game's probably over. Tampa Bay scores in the 8th. Okay, intriguing. Inside the park, home run in the 9th inning from, what's his face? Austin Meadows. And me and Nick have been going back and forth. Or not back and forth. We've been talking about it. Austin Meadows is the most underrated player in baseball. I will say that this year.
Big comment.
This year he's got 24 homers and 97 RBIs. If you looked at the current Tampa Bay team in the beginning of the year, do you really think that this team would have been an offensive powerhouse as they are with Arozarena, Franco? Cruz wasn't part of the team yet. Diaz, Luplow, Margot, Meadows, Mejia, and Walls. Do you really think that this team would have been an offensive powerhouse? Hell no.
No.
But they make it work. They're the highest scoring team in the league. Betting Tampa today. Nick has them to win the World Series. I would probably grab them to win the World Series as well. I really like Tampa this year. They're a really solid team. I'm at least going with them today. Tampa Bay.
Yep. I'm not going to talk you off of that. I mean, how could anybody? It seems like it's been going on for about a week, 10 days now. You wake up, you bet Tampa Bay. My bet, though, I think I love even more than this is the over 9.5. I mean, we saw the 11-10 yesterday. I think both teams can hit. It's Fenway. They're playing in Boston, Fenway. Tampa Bay, we saw what they did yesterday. I don't see that stopping. I mean, not a whole lot. I'm not saying there's going to be, an 11-10 game, but Eduardo Rodriguez is 11-7 with a 4.88 ERA. I mean, he's given up almost 5 runs. If he gives me 5 runs, if he gives up 5 runs to every other team, Tampa should get 6 or 7, in my opinion. So that's what I'm thinking. And Drew Rasmussen, 1-0 with a 3 ERA. He hasn't pitched a whole lot. Not a lot from him.
He's more of an opener, so keep that in mind. You're going to get 3-4 innings out of him. You're not going to get more. So.
Right, and then they're going to run to the bullpen, and then I think that advantage goes to Boston then. And I think Boston can maybe hit up their bullpen a little bit. Not a huge advantage. I'm just saying it's an advantage to not have a starter go 7-8 innings. 6-7 innings or something like that. So to switch those guys in and out, I do like the over. Look, this game might not go 11-10, but, a score or whatever, but a 6-5 game, a 7-6 game, are you going to be really surprised on that? I'm not. So I like the over in this game.
I don't mind it. I think the 11-10 game would kind of push me away from the over for today, just because with big offensive games, there's normally something a little bit smaller the next day. I'm trying to pull up certain statistics, but my Wi-Fi is being a little bit slow right now.
I like the over to that point. I like the over today with 2 teams that hit the ball, and then the under tomorrow. Because I think it's a 3-game series. So if that's the case, then like tomorrow, for example, is Shane McCallahan with a 3.76 ERA and Nathan Eovaldi with a 3.7 ERA. So that line, that over-under is not out, but it should be under 10, and we should get a game under 10. So my theory in that case is to jump on the over today, even though it's right at my limit at 9.5, 10, some books. So I like it over, though.
Yeah, real quick, going back on your raised bullpen remark.
They're good.
They're good is an understatement. They're the second best bullpen in the league.
But they're not the first. If you're not first, you're last.
They're only .02 behind the San Francisco Giants. Tampa Bay's got a 3.12 ERA, which is better than the starting pitching.
Right.
And that's why they run so many bullpen games. Mm-hmm. It's because this bullpen is as strong as it is. So, if anything, no, I'm going Tampa. I'm not betting on a total. It'd be a lean towards the under just because with the bullpen game today, even though bullpen did not look good yesterday, I do think we can get a solid performance from the Rays today. But
fair enough. We shall see. Hopefully it's Tampa and the over, and we both win.
Yep. By the way, Nick has this game going. Nick has Tampa Bay team total over in this one.
Oh.
And Tampa Bay first 5.
Tampa Bay team total is 4.5. They're both at 4.5.
Yeah.
Boston and so I'm not opposed to that.
Nope.
I like it.
We'll go ahead and we'll move on to another game. We get the Washington Nationals in Atlanta facing off against the Braves. Braves, a monster 230 favorite. Total of 9 in this game. We get Paulo Espino taking on Max Fried. What are you looking at this one?
I don't have a play on this one. I didn't really, I just wanted to stay away from this game. Something about it. I'm not a, the Nationals have kind of given up on this day or this year. And the Braves, I know they're fighting for a wild card spot, right?
Braves are are leading the NL
They're in
East.
division race.
No, they're winning the NL East right now by a game and a half.
Yeah, so they're there, and Max Fried, 11-7 record, 3.51 ERA, going against Paulo Espino. Espino, might be saying that wrong. 4-4. With a 4.08 ERA. I didn't really like a whole lot in this game. I just don't. I don't follow the Braves enough to feel like I should be able to talk about them or jump on them. So I kind of laid off this game. It's not a 1-800-GAMBLER game by any means.
No.
But if anything, obviously I like Atlanta in this matchup, but I'm not laying minus 230. So I didn't dive too much into first fives. Nick's probably got a first five. I did.
Yes, you're correct. Nick has the
Atlanta first five run line. Yeah. I like that. I did look at that. The 155 juice was a little much for me, but I did like it. So I would lean Atlanta first five. I'll back Nick's pick all day. But I don't have an official plan.
Yeah, I didn't bet this one either. If anything, it might be a lean towards the over because I do think Paulo Espino gets hit up a little bit today.
Lit up.
It's got to be Atlanta or nothing in this one. And it's just Washington's kind of done at this point. Max Fried's pitched kind of solid this year, 11-7 with a 3.51 ERA. I was surprised that this Braves team made a run like they have, even without Ronald Acuna Jr., who went out before the All-Star break with that ACL injury. So kind of a big hit there, but they haven't really skipped a beat. They've been doing a lot better lately without him. So I don't know. I imagine if they did have him, they would probably be way up in the division at this point. They're only a game and a half up on Philadelphia, so that's going to be a close race. I know the Mets are only 4 games back, so that could be close. And keep in mind, Atlanta needs to keep this division lead, at least from the Mets, at least at a 4 or 3.5 by the last weekend of the year because they do have to face the Mets. So Atlanta's still going to be playing good, and these are the teams they need to be beating up on is Washington. So I would take Atlanta. I'm just not laying the minus 230. And the run line on this one is sitting at a solid minus 118 for the Braves. Maybe a lean there, but I didn't get to it in general.
Fair enough.
By the way, we did get a line on the Detroit Tiger-Pittsburgh game. It's a pick'em with a total of 9. I didn't really look into it, so we're not going to go over it. But I figured
I don't want nothing to do with that game.
Yep. Atlanta first
That's
five.
That's a 1-800-gambler game for sure.
Yes. Atlanta first 5. It would have to be on the run line because it's very, very juicy. What up, Twins? What up, Francisco? Thumbs up.
What's
oh, my God, it's Lenny.
Fooled you. Fooled you. Got him.
I will say the Boston Tampa Bay game for best game will be rivaled with this one. We get the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. What's so funny?
It's not. You think this is the best game?
It's probably. I feel like this one has a little bit more impact for playoff implications than the other one.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
We get the Philadelphia Phillies in Milwaukee. Milwaukee a minus 108 favorite. Total of 8.5 in this game. We get Aaron Nola taking on Eric Lauer in this matchup. You got anything for this one?
Yeah, I took the over. I like the over 8, I believe, 8.5. I see it a couple different places. I think I got it at 8.5 though.
It says 8 on covers, 8.5 on my book. So either way,
so I think I got it right around there. Either way, I need 9 runs. Aaron Nola 7-7, 4.54 ERA. Eric Lauer 4.5 with a 3.4 ERA. I'm not I know you're going to tear me up on this, but I'm not a fan of either pitcher. I like the over in this. I think the game means something to these two, and playoff implications, like you said. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be an offensive juggernaut like the Tampa Bay Red Sox games has potential to be, but I do like this game. I don't like either pitcher, so I went over.
No, I got you.
I'm probably wrong, but I went over.
No, I don't mind that over. I did go with Milwaukee in this matchup. Can I say that Aaron Nola has been one of the more disappointing pitchers this year? We expected him to be a Cy Young candidate. Obviously, his ERA 4.5 is not particularly up to his standards. I understand his record because he does play for Philadelphia. and that awful bullpen. Their bullpen has gotten a little bit better lately, so we can't really make fun of them as much. But
yes, we still can. We still can.
We still can, but we can't
still
really
will.
do as much. We still will. Yeah. But yeah, and talking about playoff implications for this one, Brewers, they're a solid 4.5. No, more than 4.5. I was about to say, hold on. They're 11 games up on the division at this point. Their lucky number to clinch a playoff spot is sitting at 13. They're actually one of the earliest possible clinches. I know that looking at it, I'm pretty sure that mathematically, no. Mathematically, the NL wild card is still up for grabs. That first wild card spot, technically, still up for grabs. But the Brewers have the closest spot to clinch a playoff berth at 13, and I think they keep rocking. I think they can hit against Nola, and Lauer's been pitching a little bit better as of late, so I did grab them. Milwaukee at the -108. They are a good home team. They are a really good road team as well, which would make them a very dangerous playoff team in general. On the other side, Philadelphia, they're fighting still. They're a game and a half back of Atlanta. And looking at the wild card, they're 2 games back of San Diego. So it's going to be a tight race down the stretch. So both this game matters, this series matters, and both teams are going to really be playing hard. I got Milwaukee in this one.
Fair enough. I like it.
Oh, snap. Billy Idol is coming to talk. Who cares?
Lex does.
Okay.
Lex Steele wants to know about Billy Idol coming. Baseball, then football.
I have a question. What do you think is the most popular sport in the world? In the world, it'd have to be soccer. And then probably baseball, maybe. Baseball and then basketball, or basketball and baseball, one or the other. But those would have to be the top 3. I don't think American football is in there, just because it's only played in the United States, or in Canada. But I don't really think you could put it in there. But I don't know. That would be my thing.
I agree.
Basketball, then football. I agree. Phillies won 12-0 yesterday. Milwaukee wants to be good, but they're meh. No, Milwaukee's a really good team. Brandon Woodruff just had a really bad game, and Zach Wheeler came to pitch. They need to stop dropping these games. I mean, Milwaukee's pretty much clinched. They're fine. Football is no. We're in the United States. Football is actual
football.
Football
with the oblong brown thing.
Yeah, soccer.
It's not soccer. It's not the round.
It's soccer in our place, but I understand the miscommunication, but all good. But yeah, I got Milwaukee for this game. How about this one? We get to look at the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Chicago Cubbies. Reds are a -153 favorite going into this one. Total of 10 in this game. We get Wade Miley taking on Adrian Sampson in this one game. This one was really close to being another 1-800-GAMBLER game. Not going to be. Just because Cincinnati's in it, and they're currently fighting for a playoff spot with San Diego. It would be a lean towards the Cubbies in this game. As weird as that sounds, Cubbies have been playing good lately. They've won 7 straight games.
That's hard to say, isn't it?
It doesn't make sense. It feels weird coming off my lips. But the Cubbies have been playing good. On the other side, Cincinnati has lost 7 out of their last 10 games. They've dropped out of that wild card spot. It's just a weird one. I didn't bet it just because I don't trust Adrian Sampson, which is I believe a rookie pitcher for. He's pitched very little in the MLB.
Yeah.
Not a spot I want to get to. Lean towards the Cubbies on their big win streak, but nothing I'm interested in.
Yeah, I stayed away from this game as well. I actually, in theory and on paper, I guess, I would lean Cincinnati. But they're kind of slumping right now. Like you said, fall out of that playoff race. Cubs are playing really well for a less than mediocre team. So I kind of stayed away because of trends right now. Cubbies are hot, Cincinnati's not, and I don't really like to go down that rabbit hole too much. So these teams are both kind of mediocre, in my opinion. Cincinnati's just a little bit better. On that, they're on the higher end of mediocre, and the Cubs are on the bottom end. So I just stayed away because everything about this game just has me all twisted. So I don't want to go down that road.
No, I got you with that one. I understand. Go back over to the chat for just a minute. They're going out first round if they can't score, though. No.
Milwaukee, we're talking about?
Yeah, Milwaukee, because with Milwaukee, they in the playoffs, most likely they're not grabbing that 1 overall seed. So they're probably going to be playing one of 3 teams in the playoffs. Atlanta Braves, Philadelphia Phillies, New York Mets. Because those 3 teams are still involved in the National League East race. And they could beat all 3. And the big thing is, because the DS is best of 5, you have to win 3 games. The Brewers will be throwing out Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, and Peralta. Are you really saying
and that's it?
And that's all they have to put out.
Yeah.
That core 3 is the best pitching core 3 in baseball. Plus, you got to look at this another way. Milwaukee is a hell of a road team. They have a better record on the road than they do at home. And the big saying with playoffs, the series is the series doesn't go wrong until a team loses at home. Milwaukee's going to win games on the road.
Yes.
So
they are just as good on the road as they are at home.
I think.
Not exactly, but they're a good road team.
And I'm going to go against AM on this one. I think Milwaukee has the best shot of beating the Dodgers in the National League.
Ooh.
Who else is going to throw a fight their way? Because I know the Atlanta Braves will not. And then right now the playoff the Giants actually might be a contender there, but
I was just gonna say if they fall into that spot, they will dominate.
But right now the Dodgers are still a number 1 wild card spot, not a division.
Fair enough.
So we'll have to see where it gets there. Right. If the Dodgers get a wild card instead of the division, honestly, in a 1-game thing, I think the Dodgers could lose in a playoff game, a wild card game, and that would be fantastic. And it could be San Diego and LA, which would be a fantastic.
Oh
game.
My God, 1-game playoff.
That would be the most watched game in the whole entire playoffs.
Who does the Dodgers put on the mound? Walker Buehler or Max Scherzer?
Walker Buehler.
Scherzer's on fire right now.
Walker Buehler every single day of the week.
Walker Buehler for 5 innings, and then the next 4 is Max Scherzer.
Honestly, and then I don't want to go to Jensen.
I take the Nerfy in that game. I don't even care who's pitching. I take the Nerfy. I take the under in the first 5, and I take the under in the whole game.
Theoretically, with a San Diego LA wildcard game, the big thing will be who does San Diego put out? It'd probably be Joe Musgrove, and that is gross.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, they could throw out Yu Darvish, but ever since the sticky ban, his ERA has been
all of a sudden he can't. Yeah, he can't.
But I guess this will be more of a conversation we have come playoff time, I know me and Nick will end up doing a show based on the playoff bracket and everything. So definitely pass on that one. Reds first 5, that's fine. Cubbies won yesterday. I mean, they've won their last 7, so a little bit weird. I'm intrigued by this. I'm glad we can debate without arguing. I'll be watching Milwaukee.
100%.
100%.
Hey, sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong.
Hey, at the end of the day, my job is to attempt to predict the future. So yes, I'm gonna get some stuff wrong.
Right.
But my job right now is to try to predict the future. So we'll see. We'll see,
right?
But we'll see about the next game coming up. Let's talk about playoff implications. This one is big. Houston and Seattle. Seattle dropped last night's game. Was quite ugly, 11-2. Seattle still only 5.5 games back in that division, and I see this matchup being a playoff, a possible playoff spot between these two teams. With that West division, even though it is 5.5, Seattle still has to play 2 more games. So if they can win the next 2, 4.5 games back, that could really escalate and could get interesting. Plus, if you look at the wild card, Seattle 3 games back of Boston could be an interesting spot there. Honestly, I think Seattle has a shot to still make the playoffs. So we'll have to see where this goes. But Seattle is in Houston tomorrow or today. Houston a -163 favorite. Total of 8.5 in this game. We get Logan Gilbert taking on Jake Odorizzi in this matchup. You got anything?
I like the over. I got it at 8.5, and I like it. I do think I love. Yeah, if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. Here's everything you just said. This could go bad for the Astros real quick if they let Houston, or if they let Seattle get into this. I mean, right now they're at that 5-game mark. If Seattle comes out and wins the next 2, now you're 3 games, 4 games. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I mean, I don't. I love the matchup. I love everything about it, but I don't. It's Jake Odorizzi. Allie can hit his fastball, like she says. 6-7 with a 4.32 ERA. Logan Gilbert's 5-5 with a 5.1 ERA. To me, I think this game goes over. I like the over. I think the Astros are starting to get their bats back a little bit. Seattle, not a great away team, 35-34, so they're not great. But I lean Seattle in this game. But if Seattle scores runs, that really helps my over, in my opinion, because I know Houston's going to.
It's really the battle of which Logan Gilbert we get today, because 2 out of his last 3 starts he pitched against Houston. Granted, the one game he pitched in Seattle won 1-0. The game he pitched in Houston won 15-1, and he allowed 9 runs in 4 innings. So it's really which one we get, and I think we get the 15-1 game. So I'm on the over as well. I will say I still have my futures ticket on Seattle to win the division. I don't like it anymore. It's a 14-1.
I don't like it anymore.
Don't like it. I don't know why I did it. It was kind of a dumb bet, but
there's still time left.
There's still time. Obviously, Seattle could come in and take 2 games, but Seattle is not as good on the road as they are at home, and it's a big thing there. Houston's a really good home team. I got the over in this game, so as long as runs get scored, I don't really care. I would really like Seattle to win this game because I have that future bet on them, but I'm not really as long as there's runs, which between Logan Gilbert and Jake Odorizzi, I'm kind of expecting.
I think we're going to be okay.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll go ahead. Over in this game. We'll go ahead and move on. The next game is the San Francisco Giants, Colorado Rockies. This one is me and Nick's premium best bet premium play over on Picks and Parleys. Link to that's in the description between this. Keep in mind, this weekend coming up, we get college football and NFL. And me and Nick have already put out our first NFL play of the year for that. Dallas Tampa Bay game. If you want to wait, we'll go over that game on Thursday. So if you guys are here,
we're almost there, folks.
Know what it is.
We're almost there. Almost to the NFL.
Picksandparleys.net/game time. You get 50% off for 7-day pass. Use the code NFL with it as well. You can get 7 days of our premium plays for like $70, so that's $10 a day. And keep in mind, me and Nick will most likely have another 15 games at least in college football this weekend. So keep that in mind. Lots of value over there. But our best bet for today's game is in this San Francisco-Colorado game. So if you want that, go ahead, check out over there. Another good matchup between these two teams. We get the Chicago White Sox and the Oakland Athletics. Oakland is a -129 favorite in this game. We get Capillarian pitching for the A's and Lambert pitching for the White Sox in this one. Unfortunately, I don't have any statistics on Lambert because on covers and on MLB, it says that the current pitcher is TBD. So that kind of sucks. I don't have any numbers on him. Capillarian 7-4, 3.87 ERA. Do you have anything in this one?
I like Oakland. I've just looked up Jimmy Lambert on ESPN kind of real quick, and the last game he pitched or started was June 27th versus Seattle. They did win 7-5. It looks like it was called after 7 innings, so it could have been a doubleheader or something. But he gave up 4 earned runs. I'm not anytime there's a guy like this with a very little data or anything like that, I automatically, or a rookie or a guy starting first start or something like that, I kind of automatically go to the fade, to fade him. So I like Oakland here. It's a nice little price at 129. It's not horrible. Chicago's not a very good team on the road. I mean, they're 33-34. Oakland's 37-31 at home, so they're a little bit better of a team. I kind of like Oakland in this spot. Just the pitching matchup, the favor goes towards Oakland, obviously, and I like that. So I went with Oakland money line.
There you go. Let me see if I could. Oh, here we go. I just had it up. Hold on, Lambert.
Yeah,
his name is Jimmy Lambert.
Lambert.
Right. I have his stats for this season. 0-1 with a 9 ERA in 8 innings pitched. So he allowed Wally 1 run in those 8 innings. So that's not terrible. He's not. Yeah, I'm honestly in a game where I don't really know what's going on with this game. I passed on this one. I looked at the line. Immediately I thought that it was a little I looked at the line, saw that Oakland was favored over Chicago. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I saw Lambert. I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm passing on this game. Oakland's a good home team. Probably lean there, but no bet on this one.
Fair enough.
Giants first 5. I didn't go over that game. That's fine. Scary game. This game is scary for me as a Sox fan. I'm guessing say White Sox. I mean, White Sox they're all right. I'm pretty sure
they're not horrible by any means.
No,
I don't want anybody to think that. Yeah, they're not a bad team.
I mean, they're all right, meaning they're pretty much locked in. Their lucky number is 17 to clinch the division. And the team trying to catch them right now is the Cleveland Indians. So,
and the Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers elimination number is 10. So no, I don't want to hear that.
15 games out. I'm telling you, it could happen.
Oh yeah, totally. Real quick, speaking of eliminated teams, Baltimore officially eliminated. Texas officially eliminated. Pittsburgh and Arizona both officially eliminated. And that's all for right now. The next team that has an elimination number that's close would have to be the Minnesota Twins at 7.
I was hoping it was us.
Minnesota Twins at 7. Kansas City at 9 and Detroit at 10. But
Listen, we have a shot. That's all. That's all I want.
No shot. 5 more days until full NFL football Sunday. Cannot wait. Me too. Lions at San Fran. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on San Fran.
It's San Fran at Detroit, by the way.
Don't care. I'm still going San Fran, most likely. Me and Nick have to still do our handicapping for that, so we don't have all that stuff done yet. So we'll get to that when we get to that.
There you go.
And now, this is the World Series matchup for this year. Out of the American League, we get the Texas Rangers. Out of the National League, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Can we just call this one a 1-800 gambler game? Say that we have nothing on it and move on to the last game of the day?
Everybody that bet on this game is a die-hard Rangers or Diamondback fan. And you need help. You need help. And there's people out there that can help you. Dial the number below.
Yeah. We're just going to say this is a 1-800 gambler game. Me, Nick, and Lenny all have nothing in this game.
Nothing.
So, we'll go ahead and move on. Final game of the day. We get the Angels of Anaheim going to San Diego, facing off against the Padres. Padres a small favorite in this one. Basically a pick 'em at -307. A total of 8 in this game. We get a pitching matchup of, come on, phone.
Packy.
Blake Snell and Packy Naughton. I'm guessing you like something in this game?
I like the over 7.5. I do like that. I mean, Packy pitched against San Diego. They lost 5-0 on August 27th, so not too long ago. He didn't give up any runs, but he did pitch 4 and a 3rd inning. So I'm not opposed to that. I don't. Here's the thing. I think Blake Snell kind of shuts down Anaheim maybe a little bit, and maybe a couple runs here or there. But I like the game to squeak over. I do. I mean, I don't think it's going over by much, but I like it to squeak over. I like San Diego in this game, but I'm not laying the 3, whatever the juice is. It's outrageous, 300 plus 300. So if anything, I might try and find something on the Angels, but not really. I like the over. I got it at 7.5, but I know it's creeped up to 8.
Yeah, I know I passed on this game. Oh, hold on, let me take off the 1-800 gambler.
Yeah, this is 1-800 gambler.
Yeah, I passed on this one. I know that Nick's on the Angels team total over. If anything in this one, you can't really bet the Padres -306. So might as well just go after Padres plus 1.5 at -600. That might be a little bit. No. If anything in this game, it's got to look at the over. That's the best way to bet the Padres without betting the Padres, because it is very, very juicy in this game. I don't like this game. I passed on it, but it would be a lean towards the over for this one. That's all the MLB games. Good work. We did it.
We made it through.
And over an hour. Good work. What's the difference between American football and rugby? I don't really know because I don't watch rugby. Did you say Nuggets? No, I said Naughton. Naughton is the pitcher for the Angels.
Naughton.
If Lions lose to San Fran, I don't care as long as they beat the Packers. Will Lions beat the Bears? Probably not.
Listen, I have a future on the Lions winning less than 4.5 games. So I'm a Lions fan.
I like that. I like that bet.
I'm a Lions fan. It's on our book there. It's online, and you can do like 0 to whatever 4 or whatever. I have both of those, and I'm a diehard Lions fan. I mean, look at my basement behind me. It's a diehard Lions fan there. So that's hard. It was hard for me to bet, but it was a good bet. So I took it. But I hope they beat Green Bay twice, and I hope they beat Green Bay once. They beat Chicago once. They beat the Vikings once. I just want to split in the division. We can lose every other game. Oh, we will split in the division.
No. By the way, that's a nice football helmet thing. Do you want to grab it real quick and show us the
No, it's mounted to the wall. These? You talking about all this whole wall? They're all
I mean,
mounted, bro.
Oh, what about that poster that's leaning up against the wall that's not locked in?
This one over here?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to hang it up because it's Barry Sanders, and he's a quitter. So.
Oh, okay. We'll move on from that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for being modest. Yes.
I
know
what I got in my teams.
Tampa Bay. I mean, if you want to just go right after the Super Bowl teams from last year, that's fine. And I will say, me and Lenny will have a little bit of a rivalry this year to see whose team plays the worst.
Yeah, we're fighting for 2022 first overall pick. It's gonna go Lions, Jets, maybe Jets, Lions. It's gonna go like that. So, we're not tanking. I'm not gonna use the word tanking, but we're not tanking. Jared Goff is a serviceable quarterback. We supposed to have a decent line. I think we'll be able to run the ball. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
No, do you want to see? Hold on. Do you want to see how I'm not a bandwagon? And I've been a Jets fan for a while. Ready?
Tim Tebow?
Hell yeah!
That's God's quarterback. I got Barry Sanders jerseys. I got Barry Sanders stuff all over my walls. Don't get me wrong, but don't get me started on if Barry Sanders is a quitter.
Yeah, we won't. Who's your team? I'm a Jets fan, so I'm not going to be biased this year because I will bet against the Jets every week if I have to. And Nick's a Giants fan.
Oh my God.
We grew up in New York, so
there you go.
But before we get totally sidetracked and end up talking for half an hour, we'll go ahead and stop with the Tebow jersey. No,
just stop right now.
We'll go ahead and do a quick recap. But before we do that, housekeeping. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Obviously, check out all the links in the description below between our Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Picks and Parleys, and Premium Plays. Of course, check out everybody over at Picks and Parleys and Picks and Parleys family in general. Craig does his thing either at night or 10 o'clock in the morning. Me and Nick will be doing our thing either at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. It will be every day at 10 a.m. besides Tuesdays and Thursdays with Lenny. That will be at 11. And then Higgs is already live. I'll end up throwing his link into the chat momentarily so that you guys can go ahead and hop over to his stream and say hi to him. Higgs. Allie, Morningwood today. Morningwood. Last Woody Stadium day. Be there, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. You must be in stream. Put your best bet in chat so that every dollar you guys can try to, it'll probably get to at least 100. Try to get 150 names in there, and it'll go up to $150. So try to get yourself in there. Game time decision at 6 with me, Nick, and Lenny. And we'll see from there. There's probably total chaos tonight. We'll see. I haven't been on in a little while, so I wouldn't be surprised if I get invited on again. Just because I used to be on Total Chaos 3 to 4 times a week. So, it might be one of those tonight. I might do a Counter-Strike show. I don't know. We'll see. With how busy everything is tonight, because now that we're getting into more NFL and college football, me and Nick are focusing more on that. So there might not be as many Counter-Strike shows, but we do get playoffs today, and let's see what's going on in the series so far. Oh, it's already tied up 1-1 going into map 3 between Mouse and Nip. So it should be hopefully good. Hopefully Mouse can take map 3 and I can win that bit.
I forgot about that. That's okay.
All good. And I totally missed the line on Vitality. They were 189 when we did the show yesterday. They're up to a minus 227. So if you're going to bet them, you have to bet them to sweep now because that kind of sucks. But we'll go ahead and do a quick recap and then head on out for today because we've already been live for an hour and 9 minutes, one of our longer shows. I'm on the Mets game going under. I like the Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays, Milwaukee Brewers, and the over in the Seattle game. Nick, and these are all first fives for team totals. Miami, Toronto, Tampa, Atlanta run line, Cubbies, Houston first 5 run line. Team total for the Angels, for the Rays, and for the Blue Jays in this one. And then Lenny, because I'll read yours off because I can see them all on my side.
Go ahead. Perfect.
Lenny likes the Cleveland money line. He likes the over in that Tampa Bay Boston game, the over in Milwaukee and Philadelphia, over in Houston and Seattle, along with the Oakland money line and the San Diego LA game to go over the 8 today.
A lot of overs.
A lot of overs for him. But that should wrap it up for the stream. We want to thank you guys all for watching. We do appreciate all the support, everybody that stopped by. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. We're approaching that 1,200 subscriber mark. We're at 1,159 already. So keep on keeping on, and we'll see what we can do. But that's going to wrap it up for the stream. Also check out Detroit Lenny at _Detroit_Lenny on Twitter. Forgot to mention that. And you can find him every single day on Picks and Parleys as well. So go ahead and check that all out there. That's going to wrap it up for the stream. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the MLB today. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everybody.